So what if I told you there was a format which bans all the best Pokemon in Regulation F and call it a format of its own? Well, that format is actually now here, and it's called Regulation M, hosted and created by Moxie Boosted. This format bans all top 20 Pokemon in Regulation F. So, no Raging Bolt, no Frudamain, no Urshifu, no Ursalunas, nothing. Well, that's not true, it's not nothing, but it's a lot of new, there's a lot to develop, and there was actually a tournament hosted by Moxie Boosted yesterday actually, and I played it in as well. That's really cool. I didn't have time to really build a team. I had like 30 minutes or something. I had so much to do that day. And it went also badly. It didn't go well. But nonetheless, it was really fun actually. It was really fun it felt refreshing. It felt like a new format. So obviously, when a format is new, it's also really fun what the meta is, because we don't know the meta. And when we don't know the meta, that's what is really fun. Because everyone can just throw Pokemon together and call it a day and maybe win. And whatever and the Pokemon that wins, we will call that meta. And then we will counter that Pokemon and moving on. So that's really fun. But because it bans top 20 Pokemon of Regulation F, I think we see very much more variety. So this format bans all the top 20 Pokemon in Regulation F, which makes for a new metagame. So Moxie Boosted is probably, I don't know for sure, that's not confirmed, that he is hosting another one of these in like this weekend or something on card. And maybe if this format is really popular and it's gonna rise in popularity, maybe there will even some prize money, but I cannot confirm that. So why should you play this format? Why should you care about? Well, first of all, it's fun. It's more fun than Regulation F, but that's because it's the new format and you know there's not a real meta yet. So every time there's a new format, people like myself are gonna go like, oh, this is a new format, this is so cool, and maybe we don't know what's gonna develop, but it's really fun for now. It's really fun. Regulation F, I don't hate on Regulation F. I don't say it's the best format, but it's also not the worst. I've seen far more worse formats in this kind of fight. But this feels refreshing. And like, if you don't like the meta in Regulation F, I highly recommend playing in Regulation M. Like, it's so much fun. Like, you can team build. You put together a Pokemon you like. Try it. The only problem there is there's not an official letter for it. There's not an official... I think that's a code, but like... maybe you should go to Moxie Boosted's channel and maybe he has some solution if you can battle each other, because there's no ladder for it. That sucks a bit. That sucks very much. I love the idea. So if you are bored of Regulation F and you want something new and you don't care about CP or EOIC or like Regulation F at all, I think this is a fun format to try. I really recommend it. Of course, if you are going to try hard for a tournament or whatever that's online or EOIC or like another regional, maybe don't take this format too seriously then. But all by all, I think this is still really worth playing. So let's see the top 8, because there were 110 players in this tournament. So let's talk about the tournament. The tournament has 110 competitors in it, but only the top 8 can make it in the top cut. So I think Moxie or Squall didn't expect that they would get so many people to hang out in this tournament, because I think top 8 for 110 tournament, you see some 501s are not making it, and I think that's not a little bit fair, but I think they just didn't expect it, so it's fair enough. And let's talk about a metagame. Like, if we see at the first, Kefka, like, if we look at this team, it's just a Regulation H team with an Emerus. But look at this. Electabuzz with Eerie Impulse and Pixipit and Emerus with Contrary Teferi. Tailwind, Moonblast, Dazzling and Grim. It doesn't have like Earth Power or something. This seems amazing. It actually... 2 Tailwind setters, Unburdened Sneasler, Like, I had Sneasel on my own. I thought Sneasel was a really good Pokemon in this format, as I hate to say it, but I think it's really good. Then you have Gingambit here, Life-Orb, Garchomp. Garchomp seems also very good. Like, but the Enamorus, because Fluttermane is banned, there is room for new Pokemon. And I think Enamorus might be one of them. Because Enamorus, of course, is not that bulky, but can do a lot of damage. And I expect to see a lot of or Electabuzz or Thundurus to Eerie Impulse yourself. Like, if we look at the metagame, we see Iron Hands at top. Because Raging Bolt is not here, because there's no Fluttermanes, because there's no Urshifu, I think Iron Hands is a perfect one to try out. As you can see, it's like, if we look at the teams with Iron Hands, we have the second place actually Iron Hands. It's kind of a Trick-up Tailwind team. But your Draco also very good Pokemon. Chessboard, like with the Paris Trap, also Iron Hands. Number 4 is Iron Hands. Number 8 is Iron Hands. And a Fungus, I see. Whoa. So yeah. Iron Hands should be a very good pick in this format, because it's so bulky, it's doing so much damage, and with lack of intimidators. I'm gonna talk about that more soon, but there are not a lot of intimidators in this format. And then we have Sinistcha. Sinistcha, I played against him, I think twice, and it was a really annoying Pokemon to play against. Machigotcha, like, if we look at, like, I played against the number 22. Let's look at that. Yeah, it's just Rocky Helmet, Rage Powder. Rage Powder, of course, 3 direct. Machigotcha, it got Trick Room, it got Life Doom, Hospitality. It's just a really good Pokemon. And also this player had Iron Hands, and of course Dondozo Tatsugiri also. I hate to say it, it can be good. I actually built my team. I'm gonna look at that in a moment. But I looked at my team, and I saw in that 30 minutes or 1 hour that I built is how I'm gonna counter Dondozo Tatsugiri. Because I made a whole team, and then I thought, oh, this is not bad. This is gonna go off hard. It's gonna go off hard. We can also see Whimsicott. We see the rise of Archerodon, but also Brute Bonnet. Highland users. People don't like not using Amoonguss. So what do? They bring in Brute Bonnet. Not only can it do damage, but it can also just Spore, Rage Powder, Pollen Puff. The standard Amoonguss set. This is just the standard Amoonguss set with Torkoal, which boosts activates photosynthesis. It is a really cool mon. And it's an alternative for Amoonguss. Because, let's be honest, if we are gonna do a different metagame where the top 20 mons are banned, what are we gonna replace them with? Like Fluttermane with the fast hitting or speed control set of the fast hitting Moonblast, like the standard fairy type. Incineroar with the Intimidate Fake Out. Serena with the Earthquake Facade set, and like, how are we gonna replace all those Pokemon? Like, people will replace those Pokemon with other Pokemon with same ability or same move set, but all with all, the Pokemon might be the same. Like this. Here, there's a Sylveon here by Super Jello. That's his bulky, like, or most offensive. I think there was Choice Specs. Yeah, Choice Specs with Hyper Force, Terra Blast, Hyper Beam, and Shadow Ball. That is your, it is kind of slow, but that's your fairy type there. Let's see, we have Whimsicott. The Whimsicott is also in the meta in Regulation F, so I don't count that, but Screamtail's there. We have Enamorus, of course, when we mentioned with the fairy type. And yeah, we have also others. Like, we see Meowstic, we see Spectrier, and these are not Pokemon. These are not people who made like top cut, but they placed high. There's a Cinderace at 4-2. There's a Hitmontop with 4-2. There's a Terraflame. There's a Thundurus, a Magmar. There's an Ember. There's so many options now, and we don't know what is metafying. So everything. There's a Weird there in top 2 actually. So the metagame is a bit different. So let me show you what I brought in this tournament. Are you ready? This is not it. This is it. So I didn't have time to make EVs, so I took some EVs random. This one was taken from my last team. Tinglu, I don't know what I did to it. This was easy, and this was like I didn't have time to make EVs, so I'm sorry about that. But like Lunar Blessing, Ice Beam, etc. It has mentors instead of safety goggles. After playing this tournament, I might think safety goggles is still good, because there's also a lack of knockoff. Normally, what happens with Caesarea is it doesn't want to get spored because it's the only one who can. It's like the status here who doesn't want to get spored. And I thought because there's no Among Us, there's not going to be a lot of spores, so I chose Mental Herb. And yeah, it worked out pretty well, but didn't really use it. Reggie Steel, I think still Reggie Steel is fine. I still think it's fine because there's no Urshifu, there's no Landorus, so those there's no Ursaluna. So those 3 Pokemon are like main threats of Reggie Steel, and that's all gone. So there's a lack of ground, fighting types, etc. There's also no Chiyu and Incineroar. So if you can get off an Iron Defense Body Press, that will be really cool. I also chose Flying because of the Tinglu I have with the Earthquake. I actually have Tinglu with AVI. I wanted it to be Clear Amulet, but like I said, with the Clear Amulet and I don't think there's a lack of Intimidators. There will be another set of Intimidators will be coming in the meta, but I didn't follow that in the team building process. So I put AV and coaching with Sneasler. Like, I didn't want to use Sneasler because I hate Diacron myself, so why do I use it? That's because I figured out I do not have a lot of options against fairy types, and now I say it with 2 steel types in the team, but and a fire steel type which is quadruple resisted, but yeah, the thought process was that. Otherwise, I would have gone with Annihilate with Focus Sash and Close Combat, Rage Fist, Coaching, and Protect. That's Primo Arena. I don't like. Yeah, I like Primo Arena a lot, but not not how I played yesterday. It's like it does some massive damage with Moonblast Hyper Voice, but I need haste for the Dondozo check, and then all my stats will be gone. I don't like that, but I kinda had to. And then there's Heatran. Heatran is just Heatran. I love Heatran, so let's put it on the team. So that was my team and my run. Where are we? 46. 464. I didn't say anything. Sorry. So we are here. 204. We won against former Prime Minister Shogi. Actually, Shogi was a no-show, so I cannot really count it as a win. But like I was, she or he didn't show up, so I gone to the living room to just chill. And when I came back, it was like 20 minutes over timer, and then they messaged me about if I can still play the game, but everyone else was almost finished, and we had to start. So, kinda didn't want to be the one to hold everyone up. So I just took the win. Former Prime Minister and a slow king. It was really fun to play against. And then I played the first 2 battles against Paris Chap. That was really annoying. Like chessboard, I couldn't do anything against it. He executed it very well. And Trigger Check, I won one game against him, but I lost 1-2. Played very well, so there's no shame in losing that. Defending Meep, like Dondozo, Tatsugiri, and the Grand Admiral. I lost on stream. The end game was on stream, and I had to put in Earthquake, and I didn't, because I was so scared. Like, I didn't know what to do. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't know what to do in the end game. I wasn't locked in. I wasn't gonna do anything, and I just had to put. I just have to KO the Mousehold in end game or Earthquake, and I chose the second one. So GG to him. It was to get 3 wins and 3 losses. So. It doesn't really matter. I just want to play for practice. So yeah, that was my team in the tournament. And I love to see some meta development. Because this is just a lot of fun. Look at this team. Look at, like, we see a lot of Pokemon which are like, we see a lot of Pokemon which are common in Regulation F as well. But if we scroll down a bit, we see Politoed 11 times. 11 times Politoed. That means out of what, you never see a Politoed one time in normal Regulation F. For Corona, Incineroar, those two are more common. But then we see Mousehold making a return. We see Gothitelle, so a lot of Parachips. Crafty, 9 out of 9 people. 9 out of 110 people. Scrafty? It's a really cool one. It also has Fake Out, Intimidate. It's the basic. It's Incineroar replacement, basically. But it's got really good bulk. It's got a lot. It's so fun to use. Like, I used it in a draft league. It's so fun to use. You can run different sets on it. So it's really cool to see Scrafty. Like, it's not really high in the usage, but it's tremendously more in the usage than Regulation F. These are also 7 great tasks. Porygon 2, 6, actually 6 Porygon 2. It's got a 50% win rate. It's really, I thought there will be more Porygon 2s and Sneezers, to be honest, because Porygon 2 is also a staple in Regulation F, and you know it can be even more better in Regulation M. We see Primarina, I used it myself. Garchomp more, 6 Tyranitar, 5 Regigigas, 6 Galarian Weezings, Okidoki, Latios, Chandelures, Iron Fang, Spectre. Like, if you go down this list, you see so many Pokemon. Like, even 3 Sylveons. You see, maybe you don't see even 1 Sylveon in regular Regulation F. Garganacl, Meowstic, and Excalibur, and there's 2 Among Us, but that Pokemon is banned, so I think they make a mistake. Darth Gradius, because Among Us is banned. Yeah, Among Us is banned. Yeah, right here, Among Us. Alright. Like, right now, we can see about what we can replace with the Regulation F meta with the Regulation M meta. And I think Hitmontop is a really good Pokemon. It's got Intimidate, Technician, and like a lot of good movesets. It got Fake Out. It's got Mark Punch as priority, Close Combat, Ice Spinach, Remove Terrain, Coaching. It's got a lot of like, it's got Wide Guard as well, Triple Axle, Quick Guard. It's got a lot of good, it's got a lot of good coverage, and its bulk is not the best, and that's mostly because of the HP, but it's still not, it's also not very attacking. I think it's still very good because it's especially a fighting type. You can also put like a Sash on this mon. And then, wait a minute, bro. And then Close Combat, like Ice Spinner, Mark Punch, and Fake Out. Like something like that to remove terrain and do some damage with this. So that's really cool. You also have Gyarados with the Intimidate Setter. Gyarados actually is really annoying because it can learn like Icy Wind. It can learn Thunder Wave and Thunder Wave Waterfall. You can put Terrorburst flying on it, a Helping Hand, Earthquake, Dragon Dance to boost its stats. It's like, it's Outrage. It can be supportive and can be attacking, and it's good Intimidator set, and it's a flying type, so those Earthquakes will resist. Alright, then we have Enamorus. Enamorus, like we said, it's like, you always go contrary. Maybe even contrary attacking. You can go a lot of ways with this. You can go Life Orb, and then Moonblast, Dazzling Gleam, and then Earth Power, Protect. Oh. Now something like this, and then Eerie Impulse, it will do a lot of damage. You can also go Pixie Plate or something like we said, or Fairy Feather, just to pick up that KOs. You can also in a physical set, because on switching Intimidate Contrary, if the Pokemon has a stat change, it is raised instead of lowered. So if you do, for example, superpower, your attack and defense usually go down, but now they go up. So I think as a physical attacker, it can actually be really good because superpower. The only downside is it has spray worth, which is annoying, I guess. Iron Head and then protect, yeah, something like this. Like, it hasn't got a wide move pool if it's physical, but you can win something like superpower or something. Reggie Draco, yeah, this is good in the meta. Like dragons, Fang, like Terra, Fairy or something, and then Dragon Energy. It's just good. It's just a standard move set. It's just Earth Power and Protect. Yeah, it's something like this. It's something like this, or even Terra Steel and Terra Blast. It's always this. It's not going to be a lot of changes in that. So I think Reggie Draco is really good because it can really, even because the lack of fairies, it can even freely more spam Dragon Energy than usually, and that's about it. That's about it. Iron Hands, AV, of course. It doesn't have to be AV. It can also be Clear Amulet, Citrus, Booster, whatever you want. But AV is the classic set. You can. I think Drain Punch is better in this format. Wild Charge. And then, of course, Fake Out. The first mode of the fourth move is kind of what you prefer. You can do Volt Switch to pivot out as late as possible, or you can do Heavy Slam to like kill the remaining fairy types that are in the format. But I don't know. And then there's Dozo. Really annoying. It's just really annoying. Because Dondozo Tatsugiri is really annoying in general, and now it's even more annoying. Like, I don't need to explain sets. I never played Dondozo Tatsugiri, and I wanted to keep it that way. It's probably something like Wave Crash, EQ, Order Up, and Protect. Something like this. And that's fine, but you don't know how to get around it. Probably Clear Smoke or Haze. If it's Clear Smoke, it can go Terra Steel or Terra Grass for its spore. There is Sincha, and like I said, Sincha is a really good Pokemon. Rookie Helmet, Terra Dark to like Prankster Tons for Tornado. No, Tornado is just here, so Thunderous. Prankster Tons for Thunderous. Matcha Gotcha to hopefully burn the opponent and heal some damage back. Witch Powder, Life Dew, or Shadow Ball. You can also win Shadow Ball. And Trick Roll. You can also win a really hyper offensive set with Calm Mind and Matcha Gotcha Shadow Ball. That's possible, but don't see it happening. It will be really, really cool though. Heatran, I talked about this Pokemon. Heatran, I had it on my team. I think it's the best replacement for Incineroar, like with the Life Orb and like the set I had, Heat Wave, Earth Flash Cannon, Earth Power, Protect. I think the set is phenomenal. I think if you do this and models, then you are cooking. And then last one I want to discuss is Thunderous. Well, I know Moxie Boosted run it, but Nasty Prot, Wild Bolt Storm seems really good in rain. Like, it's really good, but you can also go for like the usual set. Like, if you don't have rain, I highly recommend Thunderbolt. Taunt, Eerie Impulse. Like, if you're COVID Cloak, you can protect, but you can also like do a Snarl. It gets a lot of moves. It gets also Electro Web. Gets also Sludge Bomb, it gets T-Wave, it gets Volt Switch, and is that about it? It gets Scary Face. Like, this Pokemon is really interesting, Thunderous, and it's a replacement for Racing Bolt. So if you like this format, I highly recommend playing it. You can, like I said, there's no official ladder, but I think there will be a tournament, so you can team build for the whole week and then play the tournament in the weekend. I unfortunately won't be playing the tournament because I have to work. Otherwise, I would have streamed it live on YouTube. Because this tournament seems like a lot of fun, and the metagame seems like a lot of fun. Like, shout out to Moxie Boosted for organizing these tournaments, and follow Moxie Boosted as well. He will keep you probably more up to date than me about the tournaments, etc. And when there's a tournament and how you can participate, because yesterday a lot of people didn't know how to play in limited tours, and that's totally fine. It's the first time for anything. Everyone. And I highly recommend, if you are into competitive Pokemon, don't like the Regulation F, don't like the current rule set because of the overpowered Pokemon, this is your chance to make. This is your chance to like really enjoy Pokemon without really meta threats like Raging Bolt. Alright, this was Robstar-Z. If you like the video, like and subscribe to the channel. It will really help me out. And yeah, there's a ton of different videos on my channel. If you want to check that out, there's a playlist on screen right now of my online tournaments and my team builder guides. I will see you there, and I wish you all a very good day. Bye bye.